Howdy everyone, again it's Luandile here. Let's see what we've gotta do today. So this is it right here. We're doing exercise. What? This is red. Okay. We're doing exercise 7.5. Again, it's one of those fun exercises to work with. Okay, write a program that displays integer numbers and displays that reads integer numbers and displays the number of distinct numbers, and the distinct numbers separated by exactly one space, meaning if a number appears multiple times, it is displayed only once. Hint: read a number and store it to an array if it is known. If the number is already in the array, ignore it. After the input, the array contains the distinct numbers. Here is a sample run. Okay, let's see. What do I want to do? Okay, firstly, I want to create a corner, call it reader this time around. Okay, first things first, I wanna have an array, not an array, an array. Okay, of 10 numbers and distinct number index. System.out.print enter 10 numbers. Is our input. It's called reader.next line. Again, this isn't efficient, nor is it effective. Okay, this solution right here, so I'm doing it anyways. Numbers as a string. Go user input dot split. Okay, now that I've got those variables, if numbers as string dot length, if this is not equals to 10, then we have a problem. We know that, right? Stem let's display our error in red. Exit. Okay, suppose our program did not exit. Then what we're gonna do is we wanna initiate Initialize. Why can I spell that right? We want to initialize our array called numbers. Have I created it? I did. It's just that I forgot putting s there. Okay. Let me create this method first. Public static void initialize. Numbers. Okay, once I'm done initializing my numbers, I'll simply do the following. Int I is I less than 10. If that is indeed the case, you go to the next index. So number is gonna be integer dot pass int. We're gonna give it numbers as string at I. So we're passing the current number. We're basically converting a current string, a current number as a string, we're converting to a number as an integer. Now we're checking if again we're going to need a method called contains. If our array contains this number here, number. Okay, if our numbers array does not contain this number here, what we wanna do is we wanna on numbers we wanna add distinct, what's this variable name? Distinct number index. Okay, at that position I want to add number. This line here does two things. It assigns number to the current distinct position. It then increments distinct number index. Okay, there's supposed to be T there, distinct, isn't it? Let me put a T up there as well. I don't know why it's common for programmers not to be good when it comes to spelling. And I think the reason is we always concern about the point of something. Okay, enough of that. I don't want to create confusion. Let's create the public static boolean method called contains, which will tell us whether or not this numbers array contains this number here. You know what? We can do that by simply going int I equals 0 is I less than numbers dot length I plus plus. if numbers at I is equals to number, then you know that contains should return true. Otherwise, if the loop finishes, then we'll return false. Okay. I'm hoping I haven't created much of a confusion there. Okay. Now I need to create another method, and this one I will call it display distinct numbers. Let me start by creating it first. Public static void display distinct numbers. It will simply take the numbers array and the distinct index. It will take those two, right? Okay, now let me invoke this method. Right there, okay, at the bottom. Of course, I want to get rid of that. I'm avoiding copying. I'm avoiding having to type each and every character, you guys, because I don't want to take too much time on this exercise. The only thing left for us to do now is simply to implement these two methods: display distinct numbers and initialize. Let's start with initialize. Initialize will simply initialize our numbers array with integer.max value. Done. Okay, that's it for our initialize method. Now let's take our attention to the display distinct numbers method. Okay. Woo! I will simply go the number of distinct numbers is system.out.print the number of distinct numbers is number of distinct numbers. I can simply go number of distinct numbers. Copy that, paste it over there. Okay, now that we're done doing that, we gotta go to the next line. The number of the distinct numbers are that is what I've gotta do. Okay, now let's display the distance numbers. I'll simply create a variable called index of number. I'll initialize it to 0. I'll go y, while index of number is less than 10 and numbers at index of number this is not equals to integer.max. Let's say I hope people now do realize why did we have to initialize our numbers array. Okay, because if we did in each and every number on that array will be 0, which is not what we want. Okay, if that is the case, then I display number and go to the next line, isn't it? Oh, we stay on the same line. I'll simply go system.out numbers index of number. I will then leave a space. And then I increment my index of number. That is gonna be pretty much it, everyone. Now it's time for me to hit the run button and see what we get. You can go through this on your own. Oh, another thing, on my website www.maniqueschool.com, I've got the source code for each and every exercise. Okay, so that's why I strongly suggest you go there. I also have it on GitHub though. Okay, so let's hit run. You enter 10 numbers. What? Honestly, folks, I'm not sure why we got that error in the first place, because I did not do a thing, and yet our solution now works. I just paused the video and went through the code. I did not modify a thing. In fact, the only thing I tried to modify is this part right here. Okay, so basically what I did is I just added this trim. I thought it was because of the fact that my input had that white space over there, and because of it that's why we had the error we had. Okay, but then I removed it Okay, once I removed it, immediately I try hitting the run button for the second time. Turns out our solution works. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be it for this tutorial, you guys. But there's something I wanna point out, and this is, you're gonna have to take note of this. Matter of fact, I should have put this above my main method as a comment, okay? And that is, we could have used a double data type for our numbers array, okay? However, that would mean we won't get the exact output in the sample run. Okay, another thing is we cannot use scanner methods such as has next int, has next int, etc. right, within our while loop in order to store user input. If we do, our loop will stuck, not unless we use a break statement. Okay, if you don't understand what do I mean by that, you can do a little bit of research on your own. Okay, luckily for me, I decided to do things this way. Again, the thing I'm only mentioning this in case you were planning on or rather what you did was to use a loop rather than using this thing here. If your plan was to use a while loop to keep reading user inputs together with in conjunction with the has next method defined in the scanner class, then you would experience the problem I just mentioned. Okay, but again, try it yourself. Try to write a solution without using this approach, the one I just used. That is to read the entire string and then finally split it using white spaces. Try to use a while loop to read user input in conjunction with the has next method or has next int, and see if you're gonna get the desired result without using the break statement. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this video. Oh, you guys, make sure you check out another solution on this exercise. However, that solution will apply data structures, which is something that is not covered on this YouTube channel, which is there though on my websites, which is www.manikweschool.com. So if in case you're interested on being ahead, okay, you can feel free to jump onto my website and check this out. And if you don't want to do that, you can simply check out the next solution, and perhaps that way you might find a way to wrap your head around the concepts, because I'll be playing around with the linked list data structure, okay, which is something that you're gonna have to do a little bit of research on in order to have a better understanding out of it. Okay, so that's gonna be it for this tutorial, guys. I'm gone. Gotta finish my cup of coffee, you guys. See you.